Thanks.
3 key points I want to talk about in this video. I'm going to be a little bit brief. The first thing is, you know, I'm just wanting to make sure you understand what having the right mindset in trading is. And please pay attention. The first thing is to start to win and not start to try. Now, one of the mistakes that a lot of people make is that okay, let me just put it right here. So I'll say one, just say okay. Great. Okay, first start to win, not start to try. And I'm going to do, how do I explain what I mean by this very one? Okay, what I mean by start to win and not start to try is that a lot of people, when they come to the market, is they come with the mindset of just trying to see how it goes. They want to see what is in this for them. That's just what they try to find out, and they are not really trying to get the work done. Now in trading, you need to have the mindset of wanting to win all the time. So if you are placing a trade, your expectation should be to win. You are not saying I just want to try to see how it goes. No. So you want to start to win, not to start to try. Before you place any trade, you want to make sure that you know what you're doing. You have all the analysis done. You trust everything, the market structure. You've had everything. You have your exit ready, and you are in. So you are going in on that market to actually win, not to try to see how it goes. So anything that would make you to place a trade that you are not sure of, you need to avoid trading. Now, a lot of people are placing trade that they are not sure. They're just placing trade that they wouldn't want to place. They have no proper analysis on ground. They have no proper evidence to back up their claims. They just go about clicking buttons on the screen, and this is wrong. So to be able to have the mindset of wanting to win or starting to win, you need to make sure that before you place a trade, you have done all your research, you have done all your analysis, and you place your trade without any form of regret. That is one thing that is very, very important. You want to start to win, don't start to try. Okay, so that is one of the very important mindsets that you must have. Now the second one is you need to take responsibility. I'm sure you've already heard of this as well. You need to take responsibility. Yeah. Okay, so these, I'm sure you already heard of this. This is not new. In life, this is also applicable in everything we do. But in trading, we tend to make these mistakes, and it is very crucial that we really talk more about this, because in trading, it is the game that is you against the market. So in other businesses, you may want to blame your staff, you may want to blame your customers, you may want to blame your suppliers, you may want to blame some other people who are a little bit maybe affiliated with your business. But this, who would you blame? You either blame most times the market. You understand? So this is what it is. And when you blame the market, you are just setting yourself up for more disaster. One of the ways to do better in any business across in trading is to take responsibility for anything that happens in the market. Because if you don't, then you are blaming something else. Then you will not be able to challenge yourself to wanting to improve. Because if life is about improvement and trading, of course, is about improvement, you want to take responsibility for every action that you take so that you can own your mistakes and look for ways to correct them. That's why it is very important that you take responsibility for anything that happens in the market. You have to take responsibility. You don't have to cast blames. Now, if you place a trade and for some reasons you lose, then you are saying the market is not good, or the market is not is bad, or the brokers are controlling the market, or some news or stuff like that. How will you know what you have probably done wrong? You won't. You just cast the blame on the market. Then you are saying you've done nothing. Then there is nothing to work on. There is nothing to correct. There is nothing to improve upon. But if you take responsibility that, yeah, I did this, even though the market did that, but it was my action that made me to lose. Then now let me look for what I can do better so that I can make reasonable and better decisions in the market. Then it becomes worth it. So you need to make sure you take responsibility just so you can identify your mistakes and be able to correct them. Trading is about learning, and we learn every single day. Even no matter who you are, you lose. We also lost, we lose trades. If you follow our VIP signals, we do lose trade. We do lose trade, and everybody lose. And you know what separates you from a profitable trader and someone who is not profitable is their inability to take responsibility to rise above the losses and try to see how they can make things better. So this is very important, and I want you to please take very note of this. And number 3 is you must never cross your rules. So you must never okay. So this also is very important when we trade. This is very, very important. Now, it's important that in trading we have rules, because the rules are just like boundaries, and they help us to track our actions. They help us to identify red flags, because if you don't have rules, then there is freedom, and when there is too much freedom, then you are going to be making tons of mistakes. This is why the rules are very, very important. Now, whether you trading price action or you are trading any kind of strategy, there are rules that are applicable to any strategy. Okay. Now, even those people who trade with indicators, they have rules that they follow. Now, there are lines that I have to cross before they place trades, and there are some signals that have to come up before they place trade, right? So those are the rules. Now, in trading, you need to have these rules, and that's why you are here. So while we teach you how to trade price action, we'll also give you these rules that you need to have, and you have to make sure that the market meets all of these expectations, which are going to be in line with the rules that you've had. Now, these are the things that you're going to be watching for so that you don't make mistakes in trading. Now, it is essential that you follow rules. When you follow your rules, it is going to help your discipline, and it's going to be helping you in the long run, because if you have rules and you follow them, it builds your patience and it shows over time. For instance, if you have a rule set up and you say, yeah, this is a downtrend market and you should be placing trade only in the direction of the trend, then do that. Place trade that are only going to be following the overall trend. Now, even if you lose, you know that you have, followed the rule. But if you lost, if you lose that trade, knowing that you've broken your rule, it's going to be having a great psychological effect because you are going to be guilty. You are going to be thinking that you have lost because you've broken the rule, and that is going to be affecting your confidence in the long run. So it is very important. When you follow rules and you win, it builds your confidence. But if you break your rules and you lose, it destroys self-confidence, it creates self-doubt. And you don't want to be having doubt when you are trading. You want to be having a strong system. And these systems are going to be built upon rules, very strong rules. So you're going to be having some technical rules, of course, in the future. You're going to be having some money management rules in the future. You're going to be having some other rules that are going to be backing up your strategy. Now, you want to follow those rules very, very strictly. Let's say, for instance, you have a $100 account, and of course, you are supposed to be trading 1% of the account per trade. And then you saw a trade, you saw an opportunity in the market, and you say, wow, this is a very beautiful opportunity. I must take this trade. And then you place a trade because you trust that trade should go in your favor. You went in and hold with the trading with like $50. If that trade goes against you, you've lost. And just imagine the type of breakdown you're going to be having. That's going to be of a huge emotional breakdown, and you don't want that. It's going to be taking you days to recover from that, especially if that $100 is all you have. Of course, it's going to be damaging. That's why it's very, very important to follow your rules, because if you follow the rules and you lose, you know that you are following the rules and you are still there. But if you follow rules, if you don't follow your rules and you lose trades, that is going to be very damaging. So this is why it's very important to never ever cross your rules when it comes to trading. So you want to make sure you are starting to win. Of course, you want to take responsibility and you want to make sure you follow your rules. So going forward, I'd like to give you a little bit of an introduction of what you are about to see, especially with this very mentorship program. And I want you to understand that a lot of people lose money in this market. They lose money every day in this market, and this is not a joke. People lose. But over 90% of people who trade, they lose money every single day. It is not a joke, right? Now, you want to ask yourself why? Why are they losing? Why are some people winning and some are losing? Is there a reason? There is a reason why it is like that. And, the reason is not very far. Now, the reason is because a lot of people don't have a system. They don't have a system, and this is very, very terrible. So this is one reason why people fail. They have no system. Okay, so this over here is one very key important thing. A system is very, very important, and people lack it. This is why they fail. And when you learn price action, you are going to be developing a system that you want to be trading with, of course, backed by rules. Okay, so all this system will be backed by rules, and when you follow this system, if it's proven to work, you are going to be seeing results in the future. So the reason why many people fail, of course, is because they have no rules, and it is very crucial that you have rules. The rules, it's because they have no system. Your system is going to be comprised of your strategy. It's going to be comprising of your risk management techniques. It's going to be consisting of your trading rules, and of course, it's going to be consisting of a lot of other rules in terms of money management, risk management. So all of these things are going to be inside of this system. So when you want to place a trade that follows your system, you want to make sure that you meet all the criteria, which involves your risk tolerance of how much you are willing to place a trade with. If it meets if the strategy is the system, what you are trading right now meets with your strategy. Okay, and again, you want to make sure that you are calculating your risks, and all of these things are going to be inside of the system. So if you have a reasonable working system plus the right mindset, there is nothing that can stop you. So a good system plus a right mindset equals result in trading, but a good system plus a bad mindset equals disaster. You can have a good system, don't have the right mindset, you cannot go far in trading.